After 15, mother died. My sisters still can't forgive their father. That day my mother was pregnant with her youngest brother. My mother is gentle. All my life I sacrificed for my family. When you're pregnant or tired, mentally unstable. Instead of being on the foster care side, I fell in love again. The sharp young Kia woman. Know how to pamper, and I chose to forget my wife, and you needed me. Believe dad adultery to ear mom like a knife. Straight into Tim. I was pregnant and had a betrayal. Long nights she sat alone in the dark. Eyes soulless, hands hugging belly. I remember the times my mother cried. I wiped my tears as my sisters walked in. I tried to be normal, but his eyes were filled with despair. We were too young to understand everything, but big enough to feel my father's coldness. Family meals are increasingly devoid of laughter. He used to excuse himself for being late. Not even one day. I'm getting more and more quiet. There seemed to be a shadow over the entire house. Then came the day of tragedy. She killed herself before the baby was born. It was the morning of the season. The house was frozen and covered in hair. They say she had postpartum depression. But my sisters understood that the roots were in my father's betrayal. I was cornered. Losing faith in marriage. Lost my spiritual support. Since that day, my sister's childhood has been dyed in darkness. The image of my mother lying motionless haunts me every dream. My anger for you grew over the years. I'm sorry, I said I regret it my whole life. But with us, apologies can't exchange a life. I can't bring you back to life. 15 by daddy still trying to atone. You're worried about feeding us. Always try to fulfill the responsibilities of a father. Every time I look at you, in my heart, the paper on the underground wave. Why didn't he think of his mother when he had time? Why did you let it be time to die and regret it? There are nights when I wake up. I dreamed that I was sitting on the porch. Long hair, sad eyes, far away. I blame my mother for choosing to leave. But I'm even more angry at him. If you didn't have an affair that day, if you knew how to value your mother, would tragedy happen? My sister argued with my father many times. Sometimes I scream, "Do you know how much I suffer? Did you ever put yourself in my place?" I just silently shed tears without justification. He said he was wrong. All my life I have not forgiven myself. But forgiving yourself is one thing. I forgive you in our hearts. It's another story. The wound is too deep. It made us grow up with a void. Nothing can make up for it. They say time will heal. But 15 through the pain is still intact. Every time the whole family gathers, the AI also remembers love. Only one person quietly lit incense. No one wants to talk much. That's Dad. The atmosphere is tense, too stuffy. Many times our relatives advised us to ignore it. That I was miserable and regretted. But maybe only people who lost loved ones because of betrayal. Forgiveness is not as easy as words. Now, as a father, it made my mother feel more alive than the loss of her life. I love my mother so much, and more resentful of my father's selfishness. You can say regret, but that regret came after my mother's death. It no longer makes sense. Maybe one day, my sisters will learn to let go. Let your heart be more serene. But so far we haven't been able to. Every time I close my eyes. Desperate mother holding her pregnant belly. And that cruel death came to light again. A wound that will follow us for the rest of our lives. That can't erase the memory of love.